mean barely hooked. Woo. One hook at the top of the head. That's nice. That's number 5. Yeah, buddy.
It's time for another Tackle HD fishing report. This time we check in with Routh for the latest look at Pomme de Terre.
Hey everyone, Routh here, wanting to bring you a fishing report for Pomme de Terre Lake. It's the middle of March. I think the fishing's got a little tougher on Pomme de Terre Lake. I had a lot of dirty cold water move in. The only clear water's out in the main lake. So if you're going to want to fish the main lake part, here's a couple bites working for you. Jerkbait's still working. Jerkbait and A-rig, that's pretty much your bites if you're going to fish out in the main lake of Pomme de Terre. Water's still clean. You can still fish your jerkbait. You can still fish your A-rig over the brush piles. Shallow rock, boats working. Neither one of them seem to be working any better than the others. We caught some fish on Sunday. No giants out there, but we got a couple derbies over there next weekend, so we're out kind of looking around. Jerkbait, we throw the jerkbait a lot. Alabama rig, got over some of those brush piles. Caught a few fish. Hey, nothing real big, guys. We went up. We spent the majority of our day focused on the dirty water. We thought it would be warmer. Really only about a degree, maybe a degree and a half warmer. We spent a lot of time messing around up there. Caught several to a lot of fish, actually, but no quality. So lots of things going on right now. I feel like these cold fronts got these fish messed up. We need one good warming trend. I think we're Katie bar the door, but we're just not there yet. So let's talk about what worked in the dirty water. We went up there. Started out, we was cranking around a Tackle HD crankhead. If I can get it out of my pants. Tackle HD crankhead. Had to go with the orange crawl here, a little dirtier. A lot of dirty water up there. Cranked it around in that 7 to 10 foot. Reason we didn't crank any shallower than that is there's lots of moss on Pomme de Terre Lake right now. If you throw much shallower than 6 foot with a crankbait, you're going to catch a bunch of moss. But if you fish outside that moss line, you can seem to catch a few on a crankbait. It's probably a bite we should have went out and tried the main lake a little bit more. Don't know about the moss situations much out there. We wasn't fishing around the bank a whole lot, but even still, if you can get outside that moss line, you know, that 8 to 10 foot of water, crawfish colored crankbait, they were eating it pretty deep up in the dirty water. So I'm guessing if you got a little wind out in the clear water, it's going to go about the same. So caught most of our fish on a spinnerbait. I was throwing 3/4 ounce tandem willow, white. Water was really dirty. White spinnerbait up in the dirty water. You're having to fish this thing super slow, guys. You're having to throw at every target up on the bank. And fish this spinnerbait 2, 3, 4, 5 casts up at that target. Lots of fish in the spinnerbait. You really got to fish it. I can't say how much that you really have to make multiple casts at your targets before you're going to get a bite. Water's really dirty. Water's really cold. It's hard to get those fish to react right now. We caught a lot of fish on a spinnerbait. Partner was throwing a single Colorado, little half-ounce single Colorado. He caught several fish as well on it. So spinnerbait bites on. I'm gonna say it. I don't think the cold weather's gonna knock it off a whole lot. It could, but I think these fish are on the come. I think no matter what your water temperature, you're gonna have a spinnerbait bite. So I'd have some spinnerbaits tied on. You know, if I'm throwing the A-rig out in the main lake, I'm gonna fill it up with these smoked pearl Tackle HD swimmers. They seem to be working the best. I've been throwing these lately. The water's got a little stain to it out there, so I'm not really on the, you know, the, what's this? I like this color. Iridescent blue. I've been throwing a lot of it, but I've kind of switched over to this with the black back, a little more flaky, a little dingier water, trying to get some fish to see my stuff. So I haven't made it down the Lindley side. I'm guessing the water's about the same. I'm guessing about the time you get to Nemo, it gets pretty dingy, so probably the same thing applies if you like to fish that arm of the lake. Seeing what 44 and a half maybe out in the main lake, and maybe 46 up the river where you're fishing. So lots of different things you can do at Pomme de Terre right now. Say the dirty water fish, I had one decent 3-pound fish on the spinnerbait. Kind of hard to get a gauge on it right now. I think if you're going to go try to fish a tournament and want to catch some bigger fish, that clear water is the way to go. But if you want to have a fun day and you want to kind of shallow water power fish, you kind of need to fish up the river. So that's what we've been fishing. A lot of back in the creek stuff. Main lake fish seem to be kind of moving back in those creeks. I think we're really, really close to springtime. So I can't wait till I'll give y'all a report in a couple of weeks. Seems like we're going to get a lot of rain. May dirty up the lake, may change a lot of things. So y'all want to tune back in. So until next time, we'll see y'all later.